So we had so much fun and had a great response on our last questions and answers video. We thought we'd do it again. We have another 10 questions right here, and we're going to start right after this, so stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? This is Robert Hayes, and along with my wife, Christie, we are the Hayes Home Group right here in Grand Junction, Colorado. And if this is your very first time to this channel and you literally want to know what it's like to work, live, play, eat, sleep here in Grand Junction, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that bell. That way you're notified every time we post a new video. We are literally getting phone calls, text message, emails from people all over the country on a daily basis, and we absolutely love it. So if you're even thinking about moving here to Grand Junction, make sure you reach out, give us a phone call, text message, email, send that carrier pigeon, whatever you need to do. We've got your back day, nights, weekends when moving here to Grand Junction. Okay, so like I mentioned, we had a ton of fun and a good response on the last questions and answers video that we did. We get a ton of questions all the time on this channel, going back almost a couple of years now. And maybe you're just now, watching this channel for the first time, and it's a question that you have, but you haven't had a chance to go back and watch some of the almost 100 videos that we have on this channel. So we thought we'd compile another list of questions and give you the answers, and hopefully it helps out. So let's get right into it. So the first question comes to us from Andrew Peden, and he says, I'm from North Carolina and I'm thinking of taking a job in Grand Junction. I'm an aircraft mechanic and will probably have to live in some sort of temporary lodging with the hopes of either trying to lease with option to buy or rent. Any suggestions? So the first thing I want to point out, Andrew, is thanks for the question, by the way. You actually, based on our lending requirements, and we can put you in touch with our preferred lenders here in town, you can actually get qualified for a home mortgage with either an offer letter, there's some specifics on that offer letter that they're going to need to see, or simply 30 days worth of pay stubs. And based on credit score and that sort of thing, you can be qualified right out of the gate to buy a home. Now, if you're looking to just lease and perhaps buy at a certain point, in this crazy market right now, those are really tough to come by from lease with an option to buy. If you're still looking to get just temporary housing, Airbnb. We're having a ton of success. At least our clients are having a ton of success when they come out here and they need 30, 60 days for temporary housing and not be stuck in a 1-year lease on just a regular rent. Then Airbnb or VRBO, there's a ton of those here, and that's certainly a great option for you. Thanks for the question. All right, let's go on to question number 2 here. And we've got one from Sean Steele. And Sean asks, is there a major time of year where you see a jump in listings? I would assume it would be in the spring, starting in late May, and you are absolutely right, Sean. And that's pretty typical right now. You kind of figure it's the slower season in the winter time. I did a video on why it's a great idea to buy in the winter because the seller is certainly motivated, so you might have some opportunity there. But yeah, you'll start to see an increase in listings. Even though our inventory is about 50% of what it was last year, you'll see that jump in listings around April, May, June is when you consider to be the busiest time of the year, really. Folks want to make sure they line something up before kiddos go back to school, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, you're certainly going to see an increase in the springtime for sure. Thanks so much for the question, Sean. All right, let's jump into the next question here. And this one comes to us from Dave S. And this is a very short and sweet question from Dave. Is 6 years okay? Haha. So Dave's alluding to he's not ready now, but he's got obviously a plan of attack and he's looking to move here in 6 years. Absolutely, that's fine. We have people from 6 months away to 6 years away to 2 weeks away. It's all over the place. So whenever it is that you think it's a good idea to reach out and just have us put you on our calendar so we have a general idea of the timeline that you're looking at, it's never too early to reach out so we can put that success strategy together for you. So thanks so much, Dave, and we look forward to helping you out in 6 years. If it's less than that, let us know. All right, the next question is from Ernesto Flores, and he just simply wants to know, is there a Costco here? I actually did a video on that. Surprise, surprise, on all the grocery stores here in Grand Junction. There is not a Costco, but we do have Sam's Club. And believe it or not, Sam's Club membership is actually less expensive than Costco. And we use Sam's Club all the time. You know, it's that bulk item. When you need that 50-gallon jar of mayonnaise, you head over to Sam's Club. So not a Costco, but we do have Sam's, and you'll be in good shape. All right, the next question comes to us from Melissa Merritt, and Melissa asks, as a realtor, can you help find rentals as well? I was raised in Grand Junction, that's awesome. Looking to move back in the near future. By the way, love your videos. So, a couple of things when it comes to rentals. First and foremost, landlords do not list rental properties on the multiple listing service. We have no idea what's available. And then the second most important thing is there is no fiduciary relationship between a landlord and a realtor. So there's really no safeguards there for us as a realtor to assist in that regard. And again, they're not listed anyway, so we really can't help. We can maybe steer you to a couple of websites that might give you some idea of what's available as far as rental properties, but to be able to be involved in that, we really just don't do any rentals at all. So I hope that helps, Melissa, but feel free to reach out. We can point you in the right direction. All right, the next question comes to us from Red Rover. Send Robert and Christie right over? I'm thinking that's what you mean, Red Rover. Just graduated university, and I was wondering if this town is good for singles, or is it mainly just a family town? I'm from Southern California too. Yep, I am as well. Southern California boy, moved here in 2007. It would not change a thing. So to answer your question, this town is a great mix of just a whole slew of demographics. So 30% retirees, 30% families and kids, 30% millennials and singles. That's your mix. It's all the above. So it's a great town. There's a couple of great places you can go in and around CMU, Colorado Mesa University. Great for singles. The Warehouse is a great place to go see some live music. And if you're 21, get some drinks. So definitely a great place for singles. Again, retirees, families with kids. It's a great mix of everything. So thanks for the question, Red Rover. All right, the next question comes to us from Mel S. And he says, how long have you been in Grand Junction? So I'll answer for both myself and for Christie. Christie's been here since about 1975, born and raised. I finally made the jump over here to Grand Junction in 2007. So what is that, 14, 15 years, whatever that math is. So there you go, about 15, 14 years for me. And Christie's been here since she was about 5 years old. Again, she's still 29, but she moved here in 75. All right, next question from Christopher Egg or Eggy. I hope I got that right. Not really a question, but apparently Chris was from Denver at a certain point in time. He says, I showed up 40 minutes to work early because I wasn't in Denver. Boy, isn't that the truth. Obviously, I've mentioned this a few times. The traffic in Grand Junction is non-existent, with the average commute time being between 12 and 14 minutes. And if you're working remotely, which a lot of people are, there is no travel time. But if you do have to drive into work, you can get up at 7:30, get ready and still be to work on time by 8 o'clock. All right. Let's see. Sahyun Choi, I hope I got that right. How bad is the hail? Great question. So since I've been here, I would say maybe 3 times a season, you're going to have some pea-sized hail, certainly nothing that's going to cause any damage. That's really what you're going to see on the Front Range on the east side of the Rockies. So on occasion, there'll be just really tiny hail for 3 or 4 minutes as a storm blows through, and then it again turns to rain after that. But yeah, nothing that's going to cause any damage to your vehicle or to the house or anything along those lines. All right, so there you go. Another 10 questions with some answers to go along with it. Hopefully that provided some information and perhaps even a question that you had, and we were able to give you the answer. We'll do more of these in the future as the questions pour in. But again, last but not least, if you're brand new to the channel and you really want to know everything about working, living, playing, eating, sleeping here in Grand Junction, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that bell. That way you're notified every single time we post a new video. And again, if you're even thinking about moving here here to Grand Junction, you gotta reach out. Give us a phone call, shoot us a text, send us an email, even send that carrier pigeon. Whatever you need to do, we've got your back when moving to Grand Junction. Until the next video, we'll catch you later.